We matched on the app. I gave them a really sweet compliment, told them how attractive I thought they were, and now I've been blocked? What? Like, where did they go? Did they get drafted? Were they called back to their home planet? Did they suddenly remember they were married? Nope. They got just what they came for. A little hit of validation, and then vanished, like the lady wearing tights and feathers in a magic show after they cut her in half. And here's the thing. These people, they're everywhere. They're not looking for love. They're not even looking for a date. They're just here to collect proof that they're still desirable and then disappear into the night like Batman. But before you roll your eyes and say, ugh, I just hate those people, let's pause for a second, because what if you might be doing it too? Ever swiped through the apps just to see who likes you? Gone on a date just because it felt nice to be wanted? Cut things off the second somebody actually showed some real interest? Yeah, we need to talk. Because some people are out here treating dating like an emotional slot machine. Pull the lever, get a compliment, walk away. And whether you're falling for it or doing it yourself, it's a dead end. So today we're going to cover both sides. If that sounds at all interesting or intriguing, I hope you'll stick around, because that's what's on the agenda. Just a quick reminder here that if you actually find the episode intriguing or interesting as suggested, I hope you'll hit the subscribe button so you'll be able to find your way back here for more dating advice next week. Thanks. Some people use dating apps the way narcissists use a mirror, just to check that they still look good. They're not trying to connect with anyone. They're just looking for a little proof that they could if they wanted to. And it feels good for a minute. But this isn't about confidence. It's actually the opposite of confidence. Because if someone were truly secure in themselves, they wouldn't need to treat other people like walking Yelp reviews. They wouldn't need strangers on the internet to confirm, yes, you're still hot. Yeah, you could still have a relationship if you wanted one. They'd already know their worth. The worst part, it doesn't even work. That little hit of validation, it fades so fast. And the second it wears off, they need more. More swipes, more likes, more attention, please. That's why you see people on dating apps for years, but never actually meeting anybody. They just get a rush from the chase, but they lose interest the second anything becomes real. That's why people ghost after you say something. It's not about dating for them. It's about their own self-doubt, and no amount of external validation is ever going to be enough to fix that. You've met this person before. Maybe you've been this person before. It's okay. There's the flirt who loves attention but never follows through. The match who chats for weeks but never makes a plan. The person who disappears the second you show some real, genuine interest. Or maybe it's even sneakier than that. Maybe it's the ex who keeps popping back into your life just to see if they still have access. Or the coworker who flirts constantly but never actually makes a move. The person who keeps you on the back burner, just checking in every so often but never actually committing to anything. Breadcrumbing. It's all the same thing. They don't want you. They want the feeling they get from you wanting them. And now for the uncomfortable part. What if you're doing it too? Be honest. Ever opened a dating app just to see who likes you with zero intention of actually talking to anybody? Ever agreed to a date, not because you were excited about the person, but because it felt nice to be asked? Ever start losing interest the moment someone started showing up for you? That's not dating. That's using people as a self-esteem boost. And if this has been a pattern for you, it's worth asking some bigger questions. What are you actually looking for? Do you really want a relationship, or do you just like the idea of being wanted? Are you ready to connect with your grandkids in the most fun and magical way possible, even if they live far away? Let me tell you about my newest obsession, Zoog. It's an amazing iOS app that makes storytelling an absolute blast. You record yourself reading children's books or singing kids' songs from their huge library, and Zoog creates magic, transforming it into an interactive experience. It's not just a recording. Zoog adds incredible face filters, props, sound effects, music, animated backgrounds. They just bring the whole story to life. Imagine making your grandkids laugh as you float in space, swim in the ocean, or show up as all three of the three little pigs. With Zoog, it's like you're starring in your own little Saturday morning kids show. And the best part? Zoog was designed with the help of grandparents, so it's super easy to use so that you can focus on the fun, not the tech. Whether it's a classic like Sherlock Holmes or a fun song like Five Little Monkeys, your stories will be unforgettable. And I'm thrilled to share with you that I've secured an exclusive 30% discount just for you. All you have to do is click the link in the description box below, and then the record button, obviously. Oh, and then the send button. You got to send it to the kids. Don't wait. Let the fun begin. When people walk away from you, do they seem frustrated or confused? Have you heard people say things or use phrases like, I never knew where I stood with you, or you acted interested and then you just weren't? And here's a big one. Does your self-esteem feel like a black hole? Because if compliments, attention, and validation never feel like enough, that's a sign that you're trying to fill something deeper. And no amount of external approval will fix this. That's an inside job. If you're constantly falling for validation seekers or you're being one, there's only one way out of this cycle. Stop treating dating like a game. If you're only swiping for attention, put the phone down. If you're engaging with someone who clearly isn't serious, stop feeding into it. And if you're someone who gets bored the second someone actually likes you, that's probably worth digging into a little deeper, because real relationships aren't about winning. They're about connecting. The shift you need to make here is huge. Instead of constantly asking, oh, do they like me? Flip it around. Do I actually like them? And instead of chasing validation, start looking for compatibility. Instead of trying to prove your worth, just be yourself and see who actually appreciates that. Because there's a huge difference between someone who needs constant proof that they could be loved and someone who's actually ready to love someone else. One is empty and the other one is real. And if you want real, you're going to have to start showing up differently. Speaking of showing up, I would love to see your name show up as a channel member. I hope you'll check out some of the free perks you get by becoming a channel member. Don't forget that the link to channel memberships is down in the description box below. It's where all the cool kids hang out and where I keep all the cool stuff. Anyway, if you keep running into these people, if you keep matching with them, dating them, getting strung along by them, there's a reason, and it's not bad luck. Something in you is playing into this pattern. Maybe you've been settling for breadcrumbs. Maybe you've been mistaking attention for actual interest. Or maybe deep down you're afraid of real connection too. But if you want different results, you have to start doing something differently. Stop chasing highs. Stop being someone's quick fix. Stop giving your time and energy to people who don't actually value it. Because the second you do, you'll start attracting people who are actually ready. And those are the only people worth your time. I hope you found this interesting or helpful. If you did, you might want to check out this episode here. And please don't leave without first giving my little mama the thumbs up. Parental validation. Some of us are seeking that, and that's probably one for therapy. And don't forget to subscribe before you leave. Until next time, have a good one.